All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the semi-finals of Madrid. We're almost done with this tournament. It's almost over. We've almost finished the tournament. There's only 4 matches left. Women's final tomorrow. Around this time tomorrow, I think it is. Around this time. So, yeah. We've only got a few matches. Then we go straight to Rome. There's no time off. We go straight into Rome next week and do it all again with most of the same players, unless somebody decides to withdraw because they played a lot. But let's see who's going to win these matches. We've got Sinner versus FILS, absolute banger. FILS has been on fire. Sinner's unbeatable right now. Perfect time for them to play. I'm excited to see what they can do. And then we've got Zverev taking on Blocked, which is the more of the random one. Blocked coming out of nowhere this week, seemingly, to get to the semis. And of course, Zverev has missed the semifinals. So that'll be really fun to watch as well. That's coming on like 4 hours or something. So, yeah, big day. These guys have only played once. They've only played the one time. It was back in 2023 in Montpellier, where Sinner got the win in straights. They were supposed to play in another indoor hardcourt match in Marseille later, but FILS got the walkover win because Sinner wasn't able to play. So, yeah, they've only played once. It was a long time ago, and it wasn't on clay. So a lot's changed. 2023 Sinner is a lot better. 2023 FILS is a lot better. So this is a great test. We saw FILS take on Alcaraz at the start of the year in Doha. So great test for him as well to try and take on the best player in the world. But yeah, let's see. Sinner hasn't really been threatened. He hasn't had the easiest time, though. He has had to work for it. He's come through as a number 1 seed. Bonzi in the second round dropped the first set, but won the second two pretty easily. He beat Mola in straights. He beat Norrie in straights. Second set was close. And Hodar as well. Same thing. First set he won. Then again, that first set's a little misleading because he was like 2-all, even 3-2. It was very, very close. And then Sinner sort of won 3 games in a row to win the set. And then the second set was just neck and neck until the breaker, and then Sinner ran away. And then FILS, he is the number 21 seed. He got a bye in the first round as well. He took on Bouzet in the first round. Very tough match. Won the first, lost the first, came back and won in 3 hours. He beat Nava in the second round, the third round. First set tiebreak and then went on. He beat Echeverry pretty easily in straight sets, and then he took out Lehechka surprisingly easy in the last round too. So, yeah, both these guys should be feeling pretty fit. They've both played a lot lately, but also they both haven't had to play long 3-hour matches in the last couple of days. So they should both be feeling ready for this, unless it all catches up with them all of a sudden. Some stats to go through. So FILS this week has spent 7 hours and 5 minutes on court. Sinner with a 7 hours and 1 minute on court. So both same time, basically. They both lost one set along the way and won everything. That was all. Both of them lost the first set of the first match they played and then went on to win every other set since then. They've both played some tie breaks as well. 2 out of 3 won by FILS and 1 out of 2 by Sinner. And again, first set they lost in the very first match of the tournament. They both lost a tie break to start the tournament. So that's weird. Yo, Josh.
$115 on Sinner to dominate. Let go, Sinner.
All right. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate that. What do you mean dominate? Like straight sets or like 2-2 or something? Both have been serving well. Sinner has only been broken the 2 times, and FILS has only been broken the 3 times. First serve percentages, both at 78%. Of winning points on first serve. Sinner with a slight advantage on the second serve this week, 63% to 59%. And they're both around the 68 to 67% of first serves in. So pretty much serving identically. Difference is Sinner served 30 aces. FILS has only served 9 in the matches he's played. So FILS not getting as many aces, but still just as many free points though, and winning just as many points on that first serve. He's going to need to be serving like that today if he's any chance of getting the win. Like I said, both held serve a lot. Sinner's only been broken twice in 44 service games, and FILS has only been broken 3 times in 49 service games. So very good serving by both guys this week. Also, apparently, Andreeva is into the final of the ladies' doubles as well. So she's got 2 finals to play, which is fun. But let's see what happens. How we doing, chap? What's going on? Are we ready for semi-final day. And then we got the women's final tomorrow. And then the men's final on Sunday. And then we go to Rome. I don't even know when the draw comes out for Rome. I'm guessing Monday. But yeah, it's all happening. It's been a strange tournament, but fun. I'm going to give FILS the nickname Silent Files, okay? I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure that was funny.
I got the money line, but I expect straights.
No worries. Thank you, Josh, for the 2. Yeah, Paul, I have no idea what you meant by that, but I'm sure that was... that's my problem, not that it wasn't funny. Is Bloch not playing Rome? So he is, but he has to play the qualies. So if he wins today, he will probably get a special exempt, which means that he will get into the tournament because there's a special entry. I don't know what it's. There's a special for the 1000s, and I think some of the bigger tournaments. There is a special. Almost like a wild card for players that would have had to play qualifying, but would still, what's he going to do? Pull out of Madrid to go play qualies of Rome? No. So they give him a special entry because he's still playing this week. But I think he has to win today to get that, or maybe he'll get it anyway because he's I don't know when the qualies of Rome might start tomorrow, so he might be able to get there. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Otherwise, he's going to have to play qualifying. And look, he won't be the first one because Potapova played really well a couple weeks ago and had to play qualies. A lot of players have had really good tournaments and then didn't get wild cards, so they had to play the tournament qualifying the next one. So he might have to play qualies. I'm sure that if he has to play qualies, he probably won't play because he's had so much tennis this week. So why would he keep? He's already played so many matches. Why would he, go play qualies and then Rome and then get tired? So we'll see. We'll see how he does. But yeah, he is playing. He's just got to play qualies, I think. But they're still waiting on, I guess, today's result. Because on the fantasy, ATP Fantasy, if they are in the qualifying draw for the next week, then I think before the draw comes out, they're not in action. Because I don't think... Oh, no, this says Rome qualies. But the qualies haven't been given out, or the qualifiers haven't been... Has the quali draw come out? No. So I don't know. I'm not sure why he's not in the why he's not said Rome quali, but maybe he didn't want to play Rome. He wasn't going to play Rome anyway. Maybe he was never going to play Rome. I would have got Bloch score, but I didn't put my alternate chip. Oh. That's brutal. That is brutal. I'm hoping after today I'm top 500. I'm currently 585. Yay. They're updating live now, which is sick. By the way, if you want to join the fantasy team, you still can. The fantasy league. So, Deb, it's not too late. Join the league. It's just fun for every week. By the way, we've got the person who's on the top of the league for our league, for the Tennis Talk League, is 53 in the whole thing. David, you are 53 in the whole thing, which is insane. So if you're here, that's crazy that you're up the top there. It's not crazy you're up the top. It's awesome, but it's crazy that somebody in our league is right up the top. And also, the Genius is also up at 119, which is crazy. So, yeah, awesome. I would love somebody in our community to win it. That'd be so much fun. But yeah, join it. Go join. Go join. You think Zverev will double bagel blocks? No. That's crazy. Oh, Tori, you're number 4 in our league? Nice. I think I might have gone up to number 9 in the league. Yeah, I've gone up to 9. So you're 4. God, you guys have got so many points. Yeah, we had very similar teams. You had Atman, I had Cerundolo. You're 274 in the competition though. Like, the league's fun. Like, being on top of our league is great. But then, like, the real competition is, like, if you can get, like, top 1,000, top 500, top 100 of the entire competition, that would be incredible. Happy with your team? All right, Deb. Cool. You can join anytime. Activating alternate chip for next week as well. You can only do it once per week. You can only do it once per swing. So if you've already used it, you can't use it again. It's a one thing. You can only do it once per swing, which is like clay, grass, US hard courts, and then the other one's end of year. I used my triple bounce at week 1, a premature choice, but at least he won. Well, that's it. I mean, I'm putting it on Sinner at the French, hoping he wins, and then he just gets this ridiculous score. But again, if he used it week 1 and you won, and he won, right? You got a lot of points. So I don't think you wasted it. If the person you picked it, if you did use it for the 500 events, that would have been maybe a waste. But if you used it for using it for a 1,000 event, totally worth it if he wins. I'm using alternate chip next week, then swing switch for RG. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to. I'm torn. If I use my swing switch this week, or if I use my swing switch for Roland Garros. No, I don't think you can use 2 chips in the 1 week, so I have to use it this week or next week. I can't use it for. No, I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna refresh my team, and then I'm gonna see what happens. I already know I'm gonna use Sinner in the bonus ball. Anyways, back to this. So, FILS underrated today, according to the odds. Yeah, I mean, Sinner's heavy favorite, understandably. I don't know. I feel like if FILS can get off to a good start, really bully Sinner in that first set, it could be really interesting. Remember, there's a tournament week between Rome and French. Exactly. So I've got to figure out what to do there. How to manage that. It's hard to do any of this kind of stuff without the draw coming out. That's the thing. When the draw comes out for Rome, then you can start thinking more about what to do. Because Sinner, who knows? Does Sinner play Rome? That's a question you got to ask. Does Sinner play Rome? Does Vera play Rome? Can't watch the match. Internet too bad on a train. Relying on you today. Hey, that's what we're here for. Vachereau was the ticket for me. Hey, nice. I woke up at 3 a.m. looking for tennis, and then 5 and 7 a.m. for tennis. Well, here we are. Tennis is here. Not me. I'm not tennis. That's. But the tennis is about to start in a couple of minutes. I'm top 3,000 for ATP. I'll take it. Hey, nice. Yeah, I don't know how many people are in the whole thing. It would be cool if they did like out of how many and they gave us an idea of how many people playing the game. That'd be really hard. That'd be helpful. Be really helpful. I'm relying on you. I'm at uni. I can't watch. Hey, here we are. All right. Well, players are about to walk out on court. So let's see. It looks like a nice day as well, which is nice. Nice and sunny out there. So let's get it. God, FILS wins the first set. We got a match. FILS wins our first set. It's game on. Sinner 7-6-6-4, you reckon? Okay. More than 15,000 because that was my first number, the number for my first week. I picked 2 players that weren't playing. Okay. So at least 15,000 people are playing. If you were there at the start, that means at least 15,000 are playing. My bonus ball's on Sinner today. Wait, today or in general? Wait for the week or... Sunny means it's not sunny for Sinner. What do you mean? The sun's literally out. I don't think it's supposed to rain the next couple of days or anything. I don't think. Pretty sure it's supposed to be nice weather. FILS wins first set 100%, you reckon? Okay. That's a lot. 100% is a lot of percent. All right, here we go. They're about to walk out, and we're about to get this started. FILS looking as confident as ever. He looks ready. He doesn't look scared. He's strutting around. He's got that swagger about him again. Let's see if he can get on the scoreboard as well. Let's see. Can he get off to a good start? Gets off to a good start, we've got a match. FILS is definitely up for this, yeah. Are Leon and Jean in the house for their guy FILS? I think so. They will be. It's so sunny in the UK today, it's kind of unsettling. Yeah, that does sound strange. What's happening? What's going on? Why is that happening? Is that lemon tea? Of course it is. By the way, Chad, I've been starting to rearrange this room because it was an absolute mess and it looks slightly less messy, which I'm happy about. That's what I did when I woke up. I cleaned. FILS drank swagger juice today. Well, let's see. He's got to win that first set. When is Sinner versus FILS playing? They're playing in they're coming out on court now and then they'll be starting in about 5-10 minutes. Just saw Andy Roddick talking about next gen finals move to Italy. Is this old news? Yeah, it happened like I don't know if it was official, but it a couple of weeks ago was when it broke. Didn't know it would move there. Is it in Turin? I think it's back in Milan. Yeah, because if you've been hearing about the golf, apparently most of I don't even know if the WJ finals are going to be in Saudi after this year, because remember how that broke as well. So Saudi Arabia signed the 1,000 deal. Then they said we're not doing the next gen finals anymore. They've also not renewed the contract for the WTA finals, and apparently they've just pulled out the live golf situation's a little bit weird. So it looks like they're scaling back their incorporation into sports. So the 1,000 is going ahead though. They're still doing the Saudi 1,000 in whatever year, time, if it's February, January, or whatever it is. But yeah, they're scaling back because now the WTA finals, they don't have a place to go in a couple of years, and then next gen finals have moved. So it's all a little bit all over the place at the moment. But they said that they will still go ahead with the ATP 1000. But I don't know. It's going to happen in 2 years, so that's a long time. 6 months ago, none of the stuff that we just spoke about over the last 30 seconds had happened. So, right. Reasoning, they want to take a step back, I guess, from some of the sporting commitments, I guess. Not sure exactly why. But it would be good if they did, go with the, keep the, at least, have the 1,000, because it's been a big deal, right? It's been a massive, deal as in, monetarily deal, but also a big deal for, the sport getting another 1,000. They accelerated the move for the next gen finals. It's happening this year. Yeah. So I think it was supposed to be this was the last year they were supposed to have the next gen, and then it was going to move anyway. But anyways, we'll watch this space. But yeah, next gen finals moved. I think that I heard that a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. And yeah, I heard it was like in Milan, which is where it was a couple years ago. All right, players on court. Stadium is packed. This might be the most packed I've seen the stadium first match of the day, like first thing. It is packed, which is great. Why are there so many tournaments in Italy? I don't know. They just are. Well, there's not really. Is there really that many tournaments? You've got Rome was always in Italy. Rome's always been around. ATP finals moved to Italy. Next gen finals were in Italy, went away, and then came back. Davis Cup's in Italy, but I think that might change. That might get changed. I think it's just because there's 3 tournaments at the end of the year in Italy. Like, it's just like they're all bunched up. If they spread them out, it wouldn't feel. But isn't like... I'm pretty sure that the Davis Cup's going to get moved, right? It's in Italy now, but in like a year or so, it's going to be moved. Or something, I don't know. ATP Finals is in Italy for the next 3 years again. Next Gen Finals only just moved back. I guess because they already been to Milan. So they were like, oh, we'll just go back to the venue we already had a deal with. So, and because it was kind of like last minute, right? If it's within a year of it, it's supposed to happen at the end of this year. That's kind of last minute, right? They don't have really much time to plan. So maybe they just were like, oh, we'll just go back to the venue we were at last time. And they said, okay, well, you can come back. Yeah, but yeah, Davis Cup is run by the ITF. So, like, that's a whole different conversation. So yeah, I think the reason why this is, well, one, Italy has got a lot of good players right now. So Italy are kind of thriving at the moment. So it's not a bad place to have all this tennis. But also, I think it's kind of like worked out that way. It's just been coincidental. Like the ATP finals moving to Italy from London happened before Sinner got good. You know, it was, Berrettini was the man, right? When Italy started to host the Davis Cup. The ATP finals. And the next gen finals were always sort of in that area anyway. Or at least they moved to that area. And then Davis Cup was in Spain and then moved to Italy. So maybe Italy might be just investing a lot in tennis right now. And they should be, because there's a lot of good players, both men and women's. So they're putting a lot of energies and a lot of funds into hosting events. Huge tennis following, yeah. And look, what would you rather? Go to somewhere where you're not going to get that crowd? They're obviously not going to Italy. They're going to Italy because of also the crowds. Going to be there. So there's probably worse places they could have gone. Italy has a huge tennis following, huge crowds, even for challenges. Yeah, exactly. All right, chat. Here we go. Who is going to win this match? That is the question. Who will win this match? Is Sinner going to just do it? This is one of those matches where Sinner's been playing good this week, right? He hasn't been playing his best. But this has one of those feels where it's like he's going to come out here and go, oh, yeah, I'm going to win this now. And just kind of, I hope I'm wrong, but he could just crush FILS. And I don't want him to, and I hope he doesn't. But it does have that vibe of he's been just getting it done. And today might be the day where he flexes, right? Where he just kind of flexes and goes, yeah. Give me the trophy, FILS has had a good week too. He's going to have to play the better than he's played all week to beat this guy, even to compete against this guy. So let's see. Sinner with an easy win. Sinner in 2. Sinner in difficult 2. Okay. Sinner in 2. Sinner elected to receive. Yeah, he usually does that when he's not playing the big servers, or he's playing. FILS is going to be nervous, right? He's trying to get to his first 1,000 final by beating the world number 1. It's a lot to do. But FILS has had a good couple of rounds, right? He hasn't wasted energy. We said in the last match with Lehechka, if that was a long 3-setter, then this match would make it near impossible. But FILS is coming in here the best he can. He's fresh. He's confident. He just won a title. There's nothing more FILS could ask for coming to this match. Besides Sinner having a tougher road to the finals, right? That's the only way. The only thing that FILS would probably rather have is he plays 3 hours every day. and comes in limping. Like, that's the only thing that... But even then, I don't think Fils is the kind of guy that would want to take on Sinner hurt anyway. He'd want to take on Sinner right now. Like, he wants that smoke. He's ready. He doesn't want to see Sinner like, oh yeah, I beat Sinner, but he was, he wasn't himself. It's like, no, he wants to take him on as this guy. Because that's the true test, right? Then we'll know where Fils is, how far away or how close he is to Sinner, and we already saw with Alcaraz. So it's good to see. Fils preferred surface is clay. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, the clay surface might be in... It's not that Sinner can't play on clay, obviously. He can. And he doesn't... It's not like he doesn't like clay, because he clearly does. But Fils definitely is not afraid of it. If this was on grass, you'd say Sinner. Like, you wouldn't really think about it. But on this court... Yeah, we'll see. What's the strategy to elect to receive? So a couple of things, right? If you're playing against... And I was always taught that if you're playing a big server, you should serve first. Because you don't want them to get the first game in 1 minute and then you got to serve straight away and you're under pressure down love one. But if you're playing against somebody who's not really a big server and also maybe they're a bit nervous, you can get a feel of the ball on the return. And if you're confident enough with your serve as well, which Sinner would be, then let him serve, because Fils will be nervous. Maybe he chucks in a double fault. Maybe he misses some first serves, and Sinner can hit those returns and get his eye in that first game. So the strategy would be for that part, would be throwing Fils in the deep end to try and serve first. You go, okay, you're in a semi-final here. You're playing against number one in the world. You serve first. Let's see how you're feeling. All right, here we go. The crowd's going off. I'm so pumped for this one. I'm so pumped. This is exactly the sort of matches we wanted to see. We were like, who's going to be the third guy? And we've been seeing a bunch of different guys coming up against the Sinner machine. And now Fils gets to take on Sinner. This is the matches we want to see. As Fils serves. He serves a fault. Second serve. Who you got, Chad? I'm going to go Sinner in 3, just because I want Fils to win a set to make it really fun. Second serve. Into the backhand of Sinner. Return into that forehand of Fils. Sinner with a forehand up the line. Fils is there with his backhand. But he overhits it. And the first point goes to Sinner. Love 15. Love 15. This match is semis to watch. Oh yeah, this one is a semi-final. Especially like the way they've been playing. Both have won titles on clay. Fils is one of the highest rising players in his comeback, right? I mean, he's probably comeback player of the year at this point. As he serves again, Fils. Into the back of Sinner. Sinner hits it long. It's 15-0. Fils already with a shake of the racket. 15-0. Fils rocking the pink shoes. He's got that French flair. Serves again. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes short. Fils up the line. Forehand winner. 30-15. Nice work. And the crowd are going crazy for Fils already. Goran in the house. I'll tell you, Goran might be the secret weapon. Because Goran's played Sinner a lot with Djokovic. So Goran might be the secret weapon. He's taken this guy on a lot with Novak. And he's also, if you remember, he saw against Novak the change in Sinner. Remember? He was with Novak before Sinner became this guy, and then 2024 and onwards until they split, he saw Sinner, evolve. So Goran knows firsthand what it's like to play against Sinner with his experience with Djokovic, right? 40-15. So that might be a little bit of a secret weapon. Not so secret weapon. Backhand from Fils into the backhand of Sinner. Fils backhand into the Sinner backhand up the line. Fils hesitated and Sinner hit the winner. I don't think Fils was expecting it to go up the line that deep. 40-30. 40-30 Fils. Sinner 86% favorite, and I'm sure it was the same percentage as Sabalenka Baptiste. Fair enough. All right, 40-30. As FIS serves a fault, second serve. Second serve, FIS. Into that Sinner backhand. Oh, it's another return winner. Ooh. Sinner's got the backhand working. We get to deuce. Oh, FIS got to be careful. That backhand has already got 2 winners in the last 2 points. FIS has got to be careful. We can't just be picking on the backhand like it's a weakness. No, no, no. FIS serves. He serves the forehand, but it's a fault. Second serve. FIS has missed a lot of first serves in this game already. Serving to the back and a Sinner return goes long, and FIS gets to advantage. FIS has only hit 2 first serves in this game in the 7 points they've played. That's why Sinner made him serve first. He goes, you serve first, and FIS is missing first. That's what Sinner wanted. He goes, oh, you get nervous. All right, advantage FIS. How do I watch this match for free? I don't know how you can watch it for free, but you can watch it on the Tennis TV app. There's a link in the description, or you can click the link that is in the chat, or scan the QR code. We're collaborating with them for the rest of the year. Backhand goes into the slice of FIS. Backhand now Sinner up the line. FIS. Forehand lob. Bounce smash. Sinner. Puts it away. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. We're in deuce jail already. We're already in deuce jail. 5 minutes. First game already, 5 minutes. It's a marathon. Deuce jail already. Serve. There's another fault. Second serve. Second serve. Sinner ready to pounce. Serve to the forehand. Sinner return goes to forehand. FIS. Great shot, FIS. Sinner was there, but he just couldn't reach it. And FIS gets to advantage. Advantage FIS. Sinner master of aces. Well, we'll see what happens when he serves next. Serve. Is a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back of Sinner. Return the back of FIS. FIS in the net. Back to deuce. All right. Back to deuce. Feli Lopez in the house. All the usual characters that have been there most of the week. All right. Back to deuce. Muguruza in the house. Serve out wide the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from FIS up the line. Sinner with the backhand on the stretch. Goes long. Advantage FIS. Six minutes already. In this first game. This is a struggle, yep. But see, the thing is, if FIS does hold here, how quick is Sinner's next game going to be? Because I feel like it's probably going to be very quick. Serve. Into the back of the Sinner. Return the back of FIS. Sinner backhand again. Into the backhand of FIS. Up the line to the forehand of Sinner. FIS. Backhand. Crossed into the backhand of Sinner. And Sinner hits it out. And FIS wins the game. He gets out of deuce jail. And he survives. First game of the match. All right. 7 minutes. First game. I guess I get the feeling that it's easy to underestimate Sinner until you're actually playing him. Even if you played him before, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think we all get fooled by like how Sinner hasn't been as good as he usually is this week, right? You look at his results and you're like, he's been winning, but he hasn't been as like, I guess, devastating as he sometimes is and savage and ruthless. And then we're like, oh, maybe FILS can win. And then he comes out and he's like, he can turn it up, right? He's been playing as well as he needs to, right? And if he needs to play better, he can just turn it up. So that's probably where it comes from. He like lulls us all into this, false sense that he's not playing super well. He plays a tiebreak against Hoda. He, struggled against Norrie in the second set. But it's like when he plays somebody he needs to turn it up, he'll turn it up. Let's see if he can hold here. 1 love. Thanks, Dutchie. Sinner serves. Into the forehand of FILS. Return goes into the backhand of Sinner. FILS with the backhand on the stretch. FILS again with the backhand. This time sliced into the crowd. And it's 15 love. Alright, 15 love. Sinner, when he makes the finals and semis, he's different. Yeah. Did I play Division 1 tennis? We don't have that in Australia. We don't do college tennis here. 15 love. First serve is a fault. Second serve. I wish we did. As the return goes out by FILS. It's 30 love. 30 love. All right, 30 love. Yeah, we're not going to watch Berrettini versus Hurkacz because we're watching this. As we're going to forehand up the line to the backhand of FILS. Backhand over Sinner. Again to the backhand of FILS. Sinner wins a point though, 40 love. Unless the only way we'll watch that is if this match goes over quickly and the other match is not got started yet. All right, 40 love, Sinner. He serves a fault, second serve. $40 love. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Sinner back up the line. And FILS was going the wrong way. All right. 1-1. Sinner holds. And it's back to FILS' serve straight away. See, this was the thing, right? After a marathon game, he's all serving. 2 minutes later, he's back serving. So let's see if we can get through this one a little quicker, or at least a little easier. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. As he double faults FILS. All right. Love 15. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serving to the backhand of Sinner, backhand for FILS. Into that Sinner backhand. FILS backhand up the line. Goes long. And it's love 30. Love 30. Serve again. There's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in, and then FILS puts it in the net. And it's love 40. Love 40. All right, back to trouble for FILS. As he returns long Sinner, and it's 15-40. And again, if you're wondering why Sinner elected FILS to serve first, this is all why. Could have easily been 3-love. 15-40. As he serves again, FILS. Into the forehand of Sinner, return. Into the forehand of FILS. FILS hits it out. There's the break. 2-1, Sinner. He takes that break. All right. Sinner leads 2-1 with the break. How we doing, chat? What's going on? FILS looks so good now, he's playing Sinner. Well, look, everybody looks great until they play Sinner. And then you got to play Sinner. So far, I'll give you a few of the stats. So FILS has played a lot of service points, but he's only got 6 first serves in. 6 out of 17 first serves in. He's won 5 out of 6 first serve points, right? So when he gets his first serve in, it's perfect. It's great. It's exactly what he wants. But he's not getting enough in. I mean, 35% of first serves in is terrible. Now, Sinner only got 1 out of the 4 service points in the first game of his serve, but FILS has hit 17 points. 35% from 17 points. It's not good. Especially when, that's one of the shots that is going to help you set up the points against Sinner. So, yeah, a lot of first serves have been missed by FILS. And that's not good. It's given Sinner an easy return. David!
Zverev wins, I make top 50 and maintain lead in league.
Yeah, you are on fire. I was talking about you earlier. You're like top 100 is crazy good, and I love that that somebody from the channel actually is kicking ass in the league in the competition. It's great. All right, 2-1 Sinner with a break. As the return goes into the back of the Sinner, Sinner in the net. All right. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Into the backhand of FILS. Sinner with a forehand. To the slice of FILS. In comes Sinner. Puts it away. All right. 15-0. All right, 15-0. As the return goes wide by FILS, 30-15. All right, 30-15 as Sinner serves again. Sinner serves again. Ace out wide. All right, 40-15. Sinner serves again. Another fault, second serve. Second serve, Sinner. Into the forehand of FILS. A return goes out by FILS. All right. 3-1, Sinner. Only dropping the 1 point so far. I want Sinner to win this Madrid. Well, he's off to a good start in this match. 3-1. FILS has struggled on all the service games so far. And he's also been broken already. So let's see if he can get off to a better one here as that goes into the backhand of FILS. Forehand from Sinner. Into the forehand of FILS. Lob goes up. But out by FILS. It's love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As FILS serves again. Down the tee, the forehand of Sinner. Forehand from FILS. Into the slice of Sinner. And then FILS cross-court forehand. Sinner puts up a lob. But it goes in the net. It's 15-all. Hey, Gina. Thank you for the 47 months. Appreciate that. Uh, 15-all. 15-all. As FILS serves again. Another fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in, back in FILS, back in a Sinner. Getting the back in FILS, Sinner with a FILS with a forehand into the Sinner backhand, and then FILS back into the forehand of Sinner. FILS on the stretch, Sinner in the net. Shubham.
Jannik is one win away from reaching finals of all big tournaments, slams, masters, and ATP finals. What a player.
Yeah. Thank you for the donation. Sinner, by the way, just threw that in the... Like, he just tried to smack it up the line. Not even close. Just halfway up the net. And it would have gone wide anyway. 30-15. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Sinner returns it to the back of the FILS. Sinner with a forehand. Into the slice of FILS, but FILS shanks it backwards. 30-all. FILS too strong. Sorry, Sinner too strong. FILS 30-all again. Man, Sinner is just suffocating him. Like not letting FILS... Like, FILS won the first game after 7 minutes. And at this stage, that was luck. Because, like, that was charity. Because Sinner's been relentless since that. He almost got offended by giving him the games. Oh, you want to win a game? All right, never again. Never going to let you win another game. Sinner forehand up the line. Pass from FILS goes in the net. Goes just wide of the doubles lines. 30-40. Sorry to see the pain in your face. It's not really on my face. That's what FILS is looking like. 30-40. As FILS serves again. FILS with the serve. Into the back of the Sinner, back in the FILS. Again to the back of the Sinner, FILS backhand. Into that Sinner backhand. FILS forehand inside out. Sinner's got it with the backhand up the line. FILS cross forehand. Into the forehand of Sinner, to the back of the FILS. Sinner forehand again. Into the back of the FILS. Sinner with another backhand. FILS goes back into backhand with Sinner. As FILS hits on the line. Sinner gets it back. FILS up the line now to the forehand of Sinner. As FILS backhand again. Sinner goes up the line to the forehand of FILS. And then Sinner crushes it down the line for a winner, and he shakes the fist. 4-1 double break. All right. All right. Sinner is cruising. All right, how we doing, chat? Jannik is playing better than he did in the last match. Yep, he's turned it up for sure. Didn't expect this to be one-sided, not gonna lie. Look, I hoped it wasn't going to be this one-sided, but it felt like it's whenever it's, I don't know, maybe Sinner does hear what everybody says and he does like keep like a finger on the pulse, because I think a lot of people were thinking, oh, here we go, FILS, this is going to be really tough. FILS is playing great, Sinner's playing great, this is a great matchup, this is going to be really fun. And then Sinner's just like, fun? What do you mean fun? If you like to see me win easily, this will be fun. You know, like it's almost like he's like, oh, you want me? Oh, okay, now I'll show you what I can do, right? And you go, oh, come on. We just wanted to see a good match. You can still win. We just want to see a good match, though. Come on. Why are you playing so good? Come on. Stop playing you played too good, right? We get it. You're the best player on the planet. Come on. Give Space a little chance. Give him a goddamn chance. Anyways, 4-1. Why couldn't he do this? I don't know. Do this against Norrie or Bonzi in the first round. Why does he have to do it against FILS? I guess that's the point, right? To assert dominance over the tour and be like, yeah, I'm the number one, remember? Yeah, we know. We know. We know. Alcaraz did the same to FILS when we got to the final. Like in Doha, we're like, come on. Yeah, why are we doing this? Why is this? Come on. All right, serve is a let. 4-1 double break. Sinner serves again. The back in the FILS. Return goes for Sinner. Oh, Sinner hit it out. Okay. Love 15. All right, love 15. Sinner serves again. As the forehand from Sinner goes in the slice of FILS, but FILS overhits it. And it's 15-0. 15-0. Sinner serves again. Serves a fault. Second serve. Serve to the back in the FILS. He hits the return long. 30-15. Joshua.
FTRI like easy, Sinner when never stressful.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, 30-15. Serve to the forehand of FILS, and then, Sinner goes wide on his forehand, and it's 30-0. All right. Not a great shot there from Sinner. Now, Sinner's forehand in the last match was a bit of an issue. He has already hit 3 forehand errors, but he's hit 5 winners, so I don't think it's an issue. FILS, by the way, 2 winners, 9 errors. 30-0. Serve out wide of the forehand of FILS. Into the back of the Sinner. And Sinner hits a winner. All right, 40-30. Sinner to go to 5-1 in this first set. 40-30. Now we've got Zverev versus Bloksh coming up in 3 hours. 3.5 hours. So that's fun. All right, 40-30. Sinner serves again. Down the tee. Return goes Out by FILS, 5-1 Sinner. Even when he's down, he's not out. You know, like he loses, he goes down love 15, he goes down 15-30. Okay. Gets the 30 all. Okay. 5-1. FILS to stay in it here. The amount of people that are like, please don't be Zverev Sinner. What's wrong with Zverev Sinner? Who else is it? What else is it going to be? Djokovic isn't here. Alcaraz is injured. Right? We're getting FILS Sinner. Unfortunately, it's not as close as we'd like it to be. But, I mean, what else do you want? Do you want another Menchik or... Like, who else is there? Like, Sinner's literally... Sorry, Zverev is the third best player on the planet. Who else in the top 10 do you want him to play against? There's nobody else in the top 10 he can play that's better than Zverev right now. Come on. I know it hasn't been competitive lately, but it's still it's still 1 versus 3. Still 1 versus 3. Anyways, return goes in the forehand of FILS, sliced into the forehand of Sinner. Love 15 here as FILS backhand to the backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand of FILS. Sinner with a drop shot. FILS going to get there with a slice. Zverev isn't here. Lovely lob. But I think it's long by Sinner on the volley. Yep. So he went for the lob volley and he just pushed it long. And it's 15-0. FILS surviving. Sinner's a monster indeed. Must feel lonely at the top. He is beating FILS and making it look easy. Yeah, he is. To be honest, I don't think Sinner's lonely at the top. I don't think he's bothered. 15-0. I think he's quite happy being number one and not having to worry about Alcaraz is probably another bonus. Djokovic isn't around at the moment either, so he's got to feel pretty good. 4-1 rally. That goes in the net by FILS. 15-30. $15.30. All right, the crowd are trying to give FILS some encouragement. They're trying to give him some energy. First serve's a fault, second serve. Serve to the back and Sinner. Return goes wide. All right, 30-0. Second serve is keeping FILS in some of these games. All right, 30-0. Now we had a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of FILS, backhand from Sinner. Into the forehand of FILS, Sinner with the forehand on the stretch. FILS forehand again to the forehand of Sinner, who hits a drop shot in the net. All right, 3.4 FILS. 40-30. FILS to avoid going to the bakery in this first set. First serve's a fault, second serve. And to return up the line to the forehand of FILS. Ooh, he hits the passing shot in the net. And we get to deuce. All right. As backhands from Sinner goes in. FILS goes back behind him, though. Smart shot, FILS. Advantage, FILS. Even FILS was like, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, advantage, FILS. To make Sinner serve for the set. Serve to the forehand, Sinner. Return goes to the forehand, FILS. Sinner with the forehand. Goes wide. All right, FILS holds. God, he's had to work hard for the games, though. All right, Sinner's going to serve for this first set. FILS only gets 34% of first serves in. So, yeah, so FILS has hit 39% of first serves in, and he's won 67% of the points, which is not great. It's not terrible. But he's missing a lot of first serve. That's the problem at the moment. Novak beat Sinner because he had a bye in 2 rounds before otherwise would not have had the legs. I mean, yeah, maybe the fact that he didn't have to play Menchik and he got, he didn't play a full match against Musetti might have probably helped him, yeah. I mean, Djokovic didn't make them retire, so it's not his fault. Sinner is on a 27-match win streak against French players. What? Is that true? That's crazy. So he hasn't lost to a Frenchman in, years. Against French players, he's 47-10. Last time he lost to a Frenchman was actually against Rinderknecht 5 years ago in Lyon on the clay. In May of 2021. So 5 years ago was the last time he lost to a Frenchman on clay. Or even just a Frenchman. He then went on to beat Rinderknecht 3 times. 2 times pretty quickly after that. He was like, you know what? Never again. I'm not going to let you do that again. Before that, he lost to Paire, Monfils, and Humbert as well. But he actually started his career off losing the first 4 matches to Frenchmen. And then since then, he's lost only 6 times to French players since 2018. 47-10, and that's crazy. It's been 5 years since he lost to a Frenchman. Did anybody tell FILS that? Hopefully not. All right, FILS sits it out, 15 love. All right, 15 love. Sinner serves again. Into the back and a FILS. Return goes in. Sinner comes in, crosses the forehand for a winner. A cross-court winner. 30 love. All right, 30 love. All right, 30 love. Serve again from Sinner. Is a fault. Second serve. And Hawkeye just glitching, calling a fault when nothing happened. All right, Sinner serves again. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Sinner, up the line to the backhand of FILS. Sinner with a drop shot. FILS gets it with a drop shot back. Sinner with a pass, but he flicked it wide. And FILS gets the applause of the crowd, 30-15. Yeah, Hawkeye's trying its best to help FILS. Yeah, Hawkeye gets paid by the hour. Didn't you know that? All right, just missed. That would have been a really, really good shot from Sinner if he made it. That would have been almost impossible to make that shot, though. That was FILS was standing right at the net to put that away. All right. First serve's a fault, second serve. (30-15). Serving to the backhand of FILS. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. FILS with a backhand into the forehand of Sinner. Again to the backhand of FILS. Sinner backhand. Into the FILS forehand. Sinner with another backhand. FILS gets his backhand into the backhand of Sinner. To the backhand of FILS. FILS overhits it. 40-15. Sinner with the 2 set points to take the first set. (40-15). Two set points. Serve. Into the backhand. FILS in the net. There it is. First set. 6-2. Sinner crushes it. And I mean, 6-2 was almost generous. Because the 2 games that FILS won, he had to fight for. 39 minutes. Sinner. 1 set away from the final of Madrid. FILS backhand is very weak. Well, yeah, it's struggling. I mean, his serve was the biggest problem. 9.1 performance rating for Sinner, 7.1 for FILS. No break points against the Sinner serve. FILS faced 3 break points, and Sinner took 2 of them. So it wasn't that many break points against FILS. It's just that Sinner converted the 2 that he got, or the 2 that he 2 out of the 3 that he got, and yeah, FILS just couldn't get first serves in. 39% of first serves in. Not going to cut it against Sinner. 9 winners, 9 errors by Sinner. 3 winners and 12 errors from FILS. And yeah, shot quality for the serve was an 8.8 for Sinner and a 7.1 for FILS. Sinner with an 8.0 return, 8.5 forehand, and 8.3 backhand. FILS with a 7.5 shot quality backhand and a 7.9. Sorry, 7.5 forehand and 7.9 backhand. So, not the best. But it all starts with the serve for FILS. All the other stuff, like, the forehands and backhands and the unforced errors, okay. But if he doesn't serve, if he doesn't get the first serve in, he can't build on that anyway. So, he misses the first serve, he's going to be under pressure straight away and have to hit, go for shots, go for some ridiculous shots that he shouldn't probably be going for at that stage, right? Novak withdrawn from Rome also. I don't think so. Unless that literally just happened. How much of a performance rating is dictated by the person on the other side of the court? A lot. So the performance rating is dictated by you, like the person, like how they're playing, with their forehand and backhand and how they're serving, but it also dictated by how well the other person's playing as well. So if Sinner's playing really well and forcing you to make a lot of errors and forcing you to, struggle, then your performance rating is going to take a hit as well. But it is also determined on what you're doing too. So also FILS is not playing well. You've changed your hairpiece? Funny. Bro, if I wore a hairpiece, I'd be selling them in a store. I wouldn't be hiding. You think I can do this to a hairpiece? Come on. If I was wearing a hairpiece, I'd be selling them in the merch store, right? Along with the hats and the t-shirts, buddy. Tennis Talk hairpieces. You can play tennis with them and they don't even fall off in the sweat, mate. 15 love. First serve is a fault from FILS. Got to get off to a quick start. You can't have a marathon first game like the first set. He's got to get an easy game just to kind of get the ball rolling quickly. As the backhand return goes back and a FILS up the line from FILS is a winner. 30 love. What's Sinner's worst surface? I think we're at a point now with Sinner that there's no... I think it's more about opposition than surface. I don't think he has a worse surface because it's more just like if he plays a certain player on a certain surface, that's a problem. Not, oh, well, he can't play on, like, he can play on every surface. He's won every surface. And he's beaten the best players on their preferred surfaces too. 30 love. There's backhand in the net by Sinner. 40 love. It's more just like, it's more of a situational thing, right? Like if he's playing in a hot conditions, that can sometimes be a problem. If he's playing against a big server on a fast court, that can, or a big hitter like Menchik or Bublik, we've seen that be a problem, right? So it's not really like, because he can play on hard courts and grass, but those type of players can be a problem, right? So I think we've gone beyond what's his worst surface because he doesn't really have one. Because if I say it's clay, you can come back and say, well, he almost won the French Open. He beat Alcaraz in Monte Carlo. So how can you say it's clay? And if I say it's grass, you go, he's a Wimbledon champion. If I say it's hard court, like, you know, there's just no, you can't even say indoor hard court because it's like, well, he wins the ATP finals. So I don't think he has a worse surface. I think it's more about opposition or maybe condition, right? The condition of the like weather conditions. Anyways, forehand slice from Sinner on the stretch. Feast hits a forehand back to the forehand of Sinner. And Sinner hits it out, and that's exactly what Feast needed. And he shouts to Goran, one love Feast. That's what you want to see from Feast. He ain't going to give up. And he's fired up. One love Feast. That's the start that he had hoped for. How do you do this? I'm from Australia as well. Practice. Years and years of sleep deprivation. Oh yeah, Nishigori's retiring. I don't know if he's retiring at the end of the year or at the end of the week, but he's, yeah. I think he's retiring at the end of the year, right? Probably in because he'd probably play the US Open one more time, probably play the Asian Swing, probably retire at the very end of the year, yeah. End of the year? There you go. That generation is slowly fading away. Well, they're all 35 plus, so I mean, it's normal. Like, it's kind of normal to have players that are over 35 retiring. The fact that they've stuck around this long is unheard of, right? All right, backhand from Sinner off the tape, and oh, it landed in. Oh, Feast. He's getting unlucky with that net too. All right, love 15. Sorry, 15 love. All right. 15 love. Must be hot out there. People are using the fans a lot in the front row. Great second serve, Sinner. Whoops. All right, 30 love. $30 love. There's a bit of fault second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Sinner, into the forehand of Feast. Sinner wins the point though. Feast hit the tape, went long. It's 40 love. Sorry, 30. Yeah, 40 love. They said 30-15. They gave Feast. Even the scoreboard's trying to help Feast. All right, 40 love. There's a fault second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Feast. Return into the backhand of Sinner. Sinner hits it long, and it's 40-15. As we get a backhand from Sinner, open court. Feast there with a slice. Hits the net. And it's 1-1. One game all. Serve again from Feast. As we return now to the forehand of Feast, back in for Sinner on the stretch. And Sinner hits it long, and it's 15-love, and the crowd go wild. As we forehand on the stretch from Sinner, that goes long. And it's 30-love. And I think Sinner's pointing at something in the sky. Is he talking about the sky cam is like moving around and is distracting him? Is that what he's saying to the umpire? All right, as we're back into backhand rally, that goes out by Sinner. It's 40-love. Love. As a return goes up the line from Feast. Sinner with a lob. Lands in. Feast gets with the forehand to the forehand of Sinner. Feast with a slice. Sinner with a backhand up the line. Feast forehand again to the backhand of Sinner. He hits a drop shot. Feast gets it with a slice cross court, but Sinner gets there with a slice up the line. Feast with a tweener, but he hits it into the crowd. Great rally from both. That's clay court tennis. 40-15. And Sinner just a little too good. 40-15. As Feast tries to stay in front. Serve. Into the forehand of Sinner. Return goes wide. All right, Feast goes to 2-1 in the second. Much easier time of getting games. All right, chat, where are we watching from? Let me know in the chat. Where are we watching from? Madrid sponsors owns Sinner to not finish quick. Well, I don't think that's the case. We've got London, Bangladesh. We've got India. We've got Singapore, Canada, Italy, Philippines, Pakistan, Trinidad, Virginia, Zimbabwe. We've got Montreal. All right, umpire's just telling the controller, the camera controller, not to move that camera. We've got Brooklyn in the house. We've got Kenya, Birmingham, Malaysia, Madrid. Hey, Travis, how fun's that? California, Riyadh, Thailand, Slovakia, Gatwick Airport. Where are you off to? Or did you just come back from somewhere? Colorado. We've got England. We've got New Jersey, Nigeria, Canada, North Carolina, Mumbai. We've got Argentina. We've got Poland in the house. Maine, Cuba, Ghana. Sinner, by the way, is just stretching out his arm. His right arm. At the change of ends there. Keep an eye on that. We've got Tennessee. We've got Turkey. Germany, Belgium, Amsterdam. Boston, Ireland, Sydney. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to sub if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to like the video as well. We're almost at 500 likes, so appreciate that. We've got the second semi-final coming up in 3 hours. With Zverev taking on Bloch. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Backhand now from FILS. Again to the backhand of Sinner. FILS with the forehand. Into the backhand of Sinner. Again the forehand of FILS. Sinner backhand again. To the backhand of FILS. Sinner. Another backhand rally as he hits it into the forehand of FILS. Sinner backhand again. FILS. Backhand cross-court again. The backhand of Sinner. FILS backhand again. To the backhand of Sinner. FILS with the backhand again to the Sinner backhand who goes up the line for... Oh, he missed it, Sinner. All right. Love 15. That might be one of the first time that FILS has won a long exchange like that. Bro, you can't read Sri Lanka. Okay. I can read, but sometimes. All right, love 15. By the way, FILS is playing a hell of a lot better to start this second set. And Sinner's also hitting a lot more errors. He's already hit 5 errors, Sinner, only 1 winner so far in the second. All right, love 15, second serve. Serving to the forehand of FILS. Return goes into the forehand of Sinner. FILS with the forehand up the line. Sinner backhand is good.
Sinner being 27 wins straight against French players is the most Sinner stat I've ever heard because, of course,
Hey, thank you for the 5, Joshua. All right, forehand error by FILS. He smacked it up the line. I tell you, that was there to be hit. He went for it, but he overhit it. Yeah, that is... It's a great stat, though. I think there's a lot of players that have those kind of stats. All right, so FILS, with a long rally, tried to hit a forehand up the line to finish it off, and he just kind of sprayed it, but that was the right play. As a return goes in the forehand of Sinner, backing it from FILS in the net. 30-15. FILS wishes he could erase the first set. Yeah, if this was the start of the first set, we'd be talking a lot different. All right, 30. 15. That's a backhand slice return. Into the forehand of Sinner, backhand up from FILS. Again to the forehand of Sinner. It's FILS backhand again. Into the backhand of Sinner. FILS to the backhand again to the backhand of Sinner. Into the backhand of FILS. Sinner backhand into the forehand of FILS. FILS in the net. And it's 40-15. FILS is playing right way. This is good. Yeah. He's serving like he's... Goran's giving him some advice. But he's also holding serve so then he can have a bit of a swing on the returns. So if he can keep holding serve, then he'll keep getting the opportunity to try and hit a nice return and hit some good shots against Sinner on that return. 40-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. As Sinner, good second serve, facing the net 2-0. All right. Back to FILS. All right. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Second serve FILS. Into the forehand of Sinner. FILS with the forehand again. The forehand of Sinner. To the forehand of FILS. But FILS goes wide. Love 15. Love 15. As a return goes wide and 15. Oh, great serve from FILS. So that's been a big difference too, getting in first serves. In this second set, FILS has been serving a lot better. He's hit 7 out of 12 first serves in. He's at 58% of first serves in. Much, much better. Make that 62%. But yeah, he's much, much better as he gets another good first serve. So yeah, 75% of first serve points won, which was always up there in the first set anyway, right? He was up there at, in the first set, his first serve percentage was around 67%, which is okay. But getting more first serves in, winning more points on first serve. He's also winning 80% of second serve points too, which is crazy good too. And then that allows him to go and, try and set the points up much easier than when you miss that first serve and then you're playing defense, right? 30-15. Serve again. As FILS serves again. Oh, he double faults. All right, 30-all. He needs those serves. 30-all. Done so well here, FILS, in the second set. As he hits a good serve down the tee. Return goes in from Sinner. FILS goes straight to Sinner's forehand, and Sinner hits a winner. Oh, he could have gone up the line, FILS, and it would have been an easy winner. He decided to hit a powerful cross court, and he didn't see Sinner running over there. He goes up the line. It's an easy winner. But he goes cross court, and Sinner's like, thanks. Right, I'm right here. 30-40, first serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sinner, return the ground. And a big shout from FILS. He needed that. All right, deuce. Put a little bit more mustard on that second serve as well. All right, deuce. FILS serves again. Into the forehand of Sinner, returning to that FILS forehand, he sprays it. He tried to go up the line. He tried to just go for a winner, pulled the trigger way too early. And he sprayed it wide. Advantage Sinner. That's a shame. If he didn't try and go for the winner so quickly. I mean, it was a decent serve, but not a short enough return to go for that. That's a good first serve there, and he gets back to deuce. All right, we're back in deuce jail. Let's see if we can get it done. Can he get out of this, FILS? Because this is important. This is super important for FILS. What's the opposite of bang? First serve is in, and the return goes out by Sinner, and it's advantage FILS. First serve in, 2 points in a row, won. Best match of the tournament for male and female. For the ladies, it's got to be Baptiste versus Sabalenka, right? On the men's side, I'm not sure. I have to double check. But on the women's side, 100% Sabalenka Baptiste. It's got to be, right? Backhand return. Into the forehand of FILS. Forehand from Sinner on the stretch. Goes long and FILS holds. All right. 3-2. FILS stays in front. And that was a fight. The serve came to the rescue. Tsitsipas Ruud actually might be the men's one. Actually, you're right. That is going to be the men's one. I don't even have to double check. I'll double check anyway, just because, due diligence. I'll tell you, honorable mention, Coco Gauff. That was a good match too. Also, Bondaire versus Andreeva was good too. But yeah, it's got to be the Baptiste match point saving match. Yeah, Tsitsipas Ruud. It's got to be that, right? Honorable mention Joao Fonseca, but it wasn't as close as Tsitsipas Ruud. So yeah, Tsitsipas Ruud so far, because obviously there's more matches to come, and then it's got to be Baptiste Sabalenka. All right, yeah, Ruud Steph. Shelton Prismic was awesome too. FILS Bouzer was underrated, yeah. You are against Sinner. No, I'm just for a good match. That's I want 3 sets. You area not fair. I like tennis, and I want a good match. I don't want a straight sets easy win. I'm going back tomorrow to the women's final. I'm praying for an exciting match. Hey, that would be fun. That'd be fun. Awesome. Yell out tennis talk rules or something. I don't know. All right, 3-2 FILS. All right, back to Sinner. Sinner has not been troubled on serve whatsoever. FILS has barely hung on to his serve over the majority of the games this match, but Sinner has been flawless on serve thus far. All right, second serve into the back end of FILS. Return goes in the back end of Sinner. FILS backhand with Sinner up the line. FILS with a forehand cross. Sinner gets it. Goes into the back end of FILS. Backhand from Sinner is wide and it's love 15. Love 15. Second serve again. Into the forehand of FILS. Forehand from Sinner goes in the backhand of FILS. Sinner with the backhand into the FILS backhand. They go backhand to backhand. Now FILS hits a forehand to the backhand of Sinner again. As FILS with a slice in the net. Great backhand. Sinner 15-0. 15-0. All right. 15-0. And Sinner serves again. We just missed the ace up the tee. Second serve. Second serve. The backhand of FILS. Drop shot Sinner. FILS gets it with a slice. Sinner with a volley. Cross court. Too good. Lunging FILS. Couldn't get it. Great shot Sinner. Great drop shot Sinner. I'll tell you, something that we have noticed this week with Sinner is that he hasn't hit the best drop shots. They've either been errors or they've been like kind of sitters, right? Where they've kind of sat up and made it easy. Like Hodar, he was nailing so many of those drop shots that Sinner was hitting. But that was great. That was a great drop shot. And it wasn't a winner, but it set him up for an easy volley. That's the drop shot that he wants to hit. 30-15 as he gets a fault. Second serve. Serve into the backhand of FILS. Backhand of Sinner into the net. And Sinner's starting to stretch his arms out. 30-all. Darren Cahill and Bugnozzi are on their feet. They are both on their feet. Is that a sign? When both coaches are on their feet, trouble. 30-all. I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat said at the start of this game that Sinner hadn't been troubled on serve for the whole match. And he serves an ace down the tee and he still hasn't. All right, 40-30, clutch. I mean, name every player that has ever been considered one of the greatest, and they do that. Sampras, Federer, Djokovic, Rafa, right? Producing the best tennis in the most important moments. And the aces, I mean, Alcaraz, right? That is what clutch is all about. You read clutch in the dictionary, it probably tells you something about cars. But in tennis, when we talk about sports, clutch, that's what he served two aces. That's clutch. That is exactly what clutch means. The couch is not for sale. The couch is not for sale. Keep your pesos. Get the hell out. Couch is not for sale. Stop asking about the couch. All right, 3-0. I'm getting that couch one way or another. Over my dead body. 3-0. You'll have to dig my grave up because I'm going to be buried on it. 3-0. As with a backhand return goes into the backhand of Sinner. Backhand out from FILS into the backhand of Sinner. Sinner hits it wide. 15-love. I'm going to be lying down on this. So you better be ready. When you dig my grave and I go like this, you better be ready. Zombified me will come out and be like, where's my couch? Like in Hocus Pocus, where, he comes out and he's got the mouth sewn up. You better be ready. You take my couch, I'll be coming for you. From beyond the grave, 30-love. Hands off. It's not for sale. And you will never get this couch. No. All right, 30-love. Ace down the tee. 40-love feast. This is the game that he needs. These are the games. Getting them nice and easy. All right, 40-love. Feast serves again. $10 for the couch. Keep your $10. All right, Feast holds. 4-3. 4-3 for Feast. He keeps that lead. All right, Sinner to serve again after this little break. All right. Security on the couch must be tight. Yeah, look. That's why she's guarding the door. And the couch. You got to go through me to get to this couch. You better be ready. Look, she is ferocious. She is. You watch out. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled thinking that she's sleeping. Don't be fooled. Second you walk through that door, she will come for you. You watch out. Don't get it twisted. Don't pretend like you better watch out. We've got the guard dog on. That's before you have to go through all the lasers. Next year during ATP Dallas, I'll go to a tennis match with a poster of your channel. Oh, that sounds fun. Thank you. Appreciate that. Enjoy the tournament, though. Don't waste your time with a poster. Problem with Sinner's back. He was stretching out his wrist at the last change of ends, and then during that game, he was stretching his back or his shoulders. So maybe he's feeling a little tight. He has played a lot of tennis lately. All right, back to Sinner. The couch has a board of directors. It does. And if they're saying it's not for sale, then it's definitely not for sale. All right. As we default second serve. Sinner serves again. Oh, double fault. Love 15. Love 15. All right, Sinner serves again. Serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of FILS. Oh, he hits the return long. As soon as he hit it, you could tell that he knew he overcooked it. 15-0. FILS, by the way, has improved his performance rating close to an 8.0. Sinner's gone down to an 8.4. So FILS is playing better, but Sinner's also playing worse. Yeah, Sinner's hit 5 winners, 9 errors, and 6 of those errors on backhands in this set. FILS return to the forehand of Sinner. Backhand from FILS. Into the backhand of Sinner on the stretch. FILS. Backhand again to the forehand of Sinner. FILS backhand again. Into the forehand of Sinner. That's inside into the forehand of FILS, and FILS overhits it. 30-15. FILS's errors have all come from the forehand in this set. All right, 30-15. Good serve out wide from Sinner. 40-15. 40-15. Sinner to level this second set. (40-15). Another ace. All right, Sinner, 4-all. He levels the second. More 7 volleys. Jannik, come on, save energy. Well, he does have the day off tomorrow if he wins this match, so he doesn't have to play tomorrow. So that's a bonus. And this is going to be a very important game. You know Sinner's going to start pushing this one. He's going to start trying to nudge FILS to get the so he gets the break. All right. Both players shaking their rackets to their coaches. Sinner's like this, and FILS turns around and goes, 4-0. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Serve goes into the forehand of Sinner. Returns to the forehand of FILS. Sinner. Oh, FILS hit it long. Forehand just went long. Love 15. Love 15. FILS serves again. Another fault. Second serve. Second serve to the backhand of Sinner. Return. Into the forehand of FILS. Sinner. Forehand again to the forehand of FILS. Sinner with the backhand. Into the forehand of FILS. Sinner backhand again to the backhand of FILS. Sinner. Another backhand. It goes off the tape. FILS comes in with a drop shot. It's too good. So smart from FILS. This is what he went, chat. This is what happened in that round. That was super smart. So what FILS ended up doing, why that drop shot was so good, right, was the first thing he did was he hit the ball super deep on the forehand. It was like a loopy moon ball, right? Pushed Sinner back. And then he went to hit the drop shot here, right? So he's standing about here. And Sinner starts running in this way because he thought it was going to go here, but FILS ended up hitting it there on the forehand side and just kind of chipping it to the forehand. Drop shot there. So Sinner started running this way. And then by the time he changed direction, he couldn't get there. Such a smart drop shot that he just kind of... First, he pushed Sinner back. And then when Sinner was running, he thought, I'm going to run in a straight line all the way here. But he's like, oh, nope. And he missed. He couldn't get there because he didn't go directly, if that makes sense. Anyways, 15-0. Such a good drop shot. Fooled Sinner completely. As with a 4-0 from Sinner, that goes wide. 30-15. $30-15. And he waited till the last second to, like, direct the drop shot too. Well, he saw Sinner start running, and then he went, oh, I'm over there. All right, 30-15. You've been waiting all match to take that board out, huh? Yes. 30-15. As the backhand from FILS. Ooh, goes in the net. Sinner, 30-0. 30-0. 30-0. All right, Sinner serves again. By the way, those people that are complaining about me explaining FILS' great drop shot should take it as a compliment because most players wouldn't have even gotten close to that. And the fact Sinner even, like the fact that it was so good was the reason why I talked about it, because he had to be that good because he's playing against the best in the world. All right, FILS shanks it long. Sinner's got a break point. 30-40. Sinner to get the break and serve for the match. FILS serves. To the backhand of Sinner. Return the backhand of FILS. Sinner backhand. Into the forehand of FILS. Sinner backhand again. Into the forehand of FILS. Sinner. Backhand to the backhand of FILS. Into that Sinner backhand. It's FILS with the forehand again to the Sinner backhand. FILS. Backhand to backhand with Sinner again. As FILS keeps it to the backhand of Sinner. Now FILS with the backhand to the forehand of Sinner. As FILS gets it with his forehand cross court to the forehand of Sinner. Now FILS' backhand into the Sinner backhand. As FILS on the stretch. Sinner, backhand up the line's a winner! Great play by Sinner, and he breaks. Told you, Chad, he's just going to start pushing and nudging FILS. 4-all, he's just waiting. He's just waiting to go, you know what, I'm going to break you now. And FILS is starting to get angry. Hey, look, nothing FILS could do there. Sinner was way too good. So this is what happened here, chat. FILS goes backhand to backhand, but the thing with Sinner, what he did so well. Sinner fans, are you listening? So what Sinner did so well, Jannik Sinner, guess what he did? He did something really well, as he does every single match. So they're going backhand to backhand, right? They're going backhand to backhand. But what Sinner did was he hit a backhand with a little bit more angle, right? With a little bit less power that pushed FILS out of the court. And that opened up the line, and then he went back down the line nice and easy. He was just going backhand to backhand. But then the last one before the winner, he hit a bit shorter. He hit a bit more angle, right? And a little bit off pace. It pushed FILS out wide, and then he had the entire court to just smack one up the line and get the break. Just such a smart play by Sinner to go for a bit of a softer shot and get the break. And that's the thing. With these great players, they don't always have to play great every point. Right? They don't have to play great at 15-all. They just wait till they bide their time and then they play great in those moments that they need to. I mean, that was one of the best backhand Sinner's hit all day. And he saved it for break point. Chestnut checkers, that's it. All right. Now he's serving for the match. And besides the good holding by FILS in the second set, it's been Sinner hasn't even looked like he's sweated. I don't even think sweated is a word. He hasn't faced a break point. So he has cruised on his serve. There's been a couple of tricky moments, but no break points faced. And now he's serving for the final as he serves a let. No wonder Carlos is injured. He doesn't want to play Sinner. Yeah. Carlos isn't actually injured. He's just you're saying he's scared. Okay. He's not playing Roland Garros because he saw Sinner do this and he's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I will pass. Somebody else play him. 15 love. Now you're saying that thinking that the Alcaraz fans are not watching. That's the thing. So you said that at your own risk. You're talking like there's no Alcaraz fans here. I'm just saying, don't be fooled. I mean, people find that the hard way as well. When people bring Djokovic up, and then they're watching Sinner as FILS to return winner 15-0. So be careful what you say. Don't think this is just like all Sinner fans here. Alcaraz fans are here too somewhere. Beautiful forehand inside out return from FILS, and the crowd go wild. He's pumping them up as well. This crowd want FILS to get back in this because they spent a lot of money for this semi-final. By the way, Alcaraz is actually here. He's just not playing. He was watching his brother. I think he was watching him yesterday, right? 15-0. As the return goes into the forehand of Sinner. Backhand out from FILS. Into the backhand of Sinner. FILS with the backhand again. Goes long. 30-15. How do you not have 1,000 likes? You've got 4K watching. We've got 3.5K. We do have 4. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Can we get to 1,000 likes by the end of this match? It's only 2 points away. Come on now. We're at 527. Come on. We can get to at least 700 by the end of this match. At least. Come on. We got this. If you press the like button, it turns into a tennis ball because this is a tennis channel. So that's kind of cool. All right. 580. Let's go. Serve out wide. The backhand of FILS. Backhand for Sinner up the line. FILS. Forehand cross court goes wide. And Sinner gets a match point. 2 of them. And FILS wants to throw that racket into the ground. He doesn't. 630. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. We're up to 680 in 2 seconds. All right. 2 match points for Jannik Sinner to put himself in the final in Madrid for the first time and to complete the set of big finals. He's played all the big finals then. Serve down the tee. FILS returns. That goes out. And Sinner with a little fist bump. Little punch of the air. You don't see that very often. Little air punch. And FILS with a smile on his face. He goes, hey, too good. And Sinner is too good. Nobody can beat him. Like, literally. Nobody can beat him. Nobody. Not on clay.
Alcaraz couldn't lace Sinner's cleats, fight me.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for the $2 and the insult Joshua wants to smoke. All right. All right. Good play by Sinner. Good match. I mean, he lifted his level. That's probably the best he's played all week. Right when he's playing the best oppositions. You know, who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, GG's. Don't forget to sub on the way out if you haven't already. Hey, we're at near 800 likes. Let's go. Come on, we can get to 1,000. Come on. Come on, we can get to 1,000 by the end of this TED Talk. Come on. Didn't you like the whiteboard? Remember when I got the whiteboard out and drew the pictures? Remember that? Remember that? Remember when I made the joke about the couch and the dog? Remember the dog joke? Remember that? Come on, that's 1,000 likes right there. Remember when I did the thing when I made the joke? Oh, that was classic. And the whiteboard came out twice. That's got to be worth something. That match should have been closer. But that's the thing. That's the thing. We all, this is what, I swear Sinner just has his pulse on the internet because he knows when we're all going into a match and we're all like, you know what? We could be getting a good match here. This could be interesting. Sinner makes it not interesting by just, he makes it straightforward for him because he's like, oh, You think this is going to be close? Like, he's done this so many times, right? Alcaraz does the same. Djokovic does the same, right? When the internet is abuzz and the world is abuzz, they shut it down. They're like, are you kidding me? I'm number one. What are you talking about? This guy. Come on. FILS did have a good tournament, though. That should be said. He should get credit for that, but Sinner's number one. There's levels. Oh, we're almost at 1,000. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost there. No worries. Thanks, Deb. The only concern for Sinner coming out of this one was that how he was stretching his wrist and he was stretching his back. So it didn't affect him, clearly. Didn't face a break point for the entire match. Some of the stats, 4 aces, Sinner, 1 double fault. Only 52% of first serves in, so that's a little bit low. But he won 88%. Only lost 3 points on his first serve and 10 points on his serve total, which is crazy. Didn't face a break point for the entire match. I think he went to 30 or once. Or maybe twice. FILS, 49% of first serves in. It's way too low. He won 70% of first serve points, but that was in the second set when he made it a little bit closer. 17 winners, 19 errors. Sinner, 8 on the backhand side. 10 winners, 24 errors from FILS, and most of those from the first set. And a 12 forehand errors. But yeah, it's so funny seeing the performance rating change. Sinner was in the first set, towards the end of the first set, was in the 9s, right? He was a 9.1 first set. He ends with an 8.9, but in the second set, he was hovering above a 7.5. And then at 4-all, whoop, Sinner just goes right up to like a 9.9. Like it went from like, he was hovering around around the 8, and FILS was around the 9, and then all of a sudden at 4-all, bang, Sinner just goes, I've had enough. And you can literally see the performance tracker just go bang. And if you follow Tennis Insights, they'll probably put a post about this eventually, a social post, and you can see the graph. It's really interesting to see the performance tracker. And just look at the moment when Sinner at 4-all went like this, went whoop, like that, and he went from like a 7.5 to a 9.8 and finished the match. We go, well, that's it. You know, the performance tracker and that incorporates all those things we talk about, shot quality, steals, conversions, all that stuff, all put into one number. But yeah, it's like, it just shows right there that Sinner was just biding his time, and then all of a sudden at 4-all, he's like, now I'm out of here, goodbye, and then he wins. And he finished with an 8.9, 7.8 for FILS, which is below average for the season because he was usually at 8.0. Below average for Sinner too. He's usually at 9.0. So, but that was because he was hovering around that 7.5 in the second, and that hurt that put him down a little bit. 8.7 on the serve for Sinner's shot quality. 7.5 for the returns. 8.4 forehand. 8.2 backhand. FILS 7.6 on the serve. Most of that was probably from the first set. 6.7 on the return. 6.4 forehand. So FILS's forehand was really not helping him today. But the backhand was an 8.7, so he was really relying on the backhand. Just couldn't get the forehand working. Serve wasn't working first set. Had he have played that second set in the first set, FILS, it would have been a match. But because he was off to a bad start and Sinner just was crushing him from the start, he just couldn't recover. And it was a good second set. It was competitive, but it was too far gone for FILS. But he still had a good run. Semi-finals after winning Barcelona. He made a good run in Miami as well. So yeah, FILS is having a really good comeback season. And he'll go to Rome. And the good thing for FILS is that this match wasn't super long. So even though he played a lot of tennis this week, going to Rome, he shouldn't be too fatigued because, he didn't play he didn't play too many 3-hour matches. And he came out of this match at least healthy, even though he lost. Should Sasha lose today should Sasha lose today so he doesn't get humiliated by Sinner again? No. No. By the way, we're almost at 900 likes. No, Sasha should win today to make the final of Madrid. There's no losing to avoid Sinner. That's silly. Come on. But I know you were joking. I know you were just kidding. let's be honest, chat. There's no player that can challenge Sinner except Alcaraz. He's that good, Sinner. I agree. There's no one in the tour can challenge Sinner consistently. You might get someone pop off and have a Menchik win or have a Djokovic obviously popped off at the Australian Open, but there is no one besides Alcaraz that can challenge Sinner consistently, and he's not here. So it's going to take someone playing the match of their life to stop Sinner at Roland Garros, and it's going to take somebody to beat Sinner twice in a row is impossible if you're not Alcaraz, right? So even Djokovic is going to be like, they're not going to let Djokovic win 2 in a row at slams, especially. Sinner's team are not going to let that happen. Give Kwame time, Cam. Yeah, look, he's only 17. He's got time. He'll be fine. France have got some players for sure. In RG, Hoda will do it, maybe, but that's best of 5. Is he going to have the legs for that? Because we did see Hoda cramping a little bit at times this week. Best of 5 sets, it will be a grind. Zverev blocks is in about 2 hours. Maybe Joao can face and push Sinner again. Maybe, but I think the thing with Joao is that he's lost the element of surprise. And that's what a lot of these guys have lost. They're not you got to remember that even though Joao played really well against Sinner in Indian Wells, Sinner now knows what it's like to play Fonseca. And Darren Cahill and Simone Vignozzi are going to be, they're going to be reviewing that match and breaking down why it was so close, how to not make it close next time, what are the weaknesses of Fonseca, and Sinner's not going to let that result happen twice. Like I said, Sinner doesn't lose to the same guy twice unless it's Alcaraz, and he doesn't even get tested. I mean, look at Bublik, right? I think he lost to Bublik in Halle, and then he destroyed him at the US Open. I think, was it him, or maybe it was Alcaraz destroyed him? Hang on. When was the Bublik second, revenge match? Was it US Open? Yeah. And it was 1-1-1. So he beats him in Halle, right? Bublik. And then at the US Open, Sinner's I'll give you 3 games, right? That's what Sinner doesn't let if you have a good match against Sinner, you win or you're close. The next time, he's going to come back even stronger and scarier. So I would love Joao to push Sinner again, but I mean, I'm realistic. Sinner doesn't usually let these guys get a second chance at, that kind of a win. Again, only Alcaraz, right? He's the only guy that has been able to beat Sinner consistently, at least 2 times in a row, or push him consistently. The only way that Djokovic can beat Sinner at RG is if Sinner plays as bad as he did in the AO. But maybe. The thing with Djokovic, though, the problem with Norway is we haven't seen him on the clay. So it's really, really hard. Even if anybody's going to beat Sinner back-to-back at slams and it's not Alcaraz, then yes, it's Djokovic, right? He is the one that could do it. But we haven't seen him. And he's pulling out of tournaments with, because he's not ready. And it's how's he going to play? I mean, he would come to the French Open with no matches and make the final, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's different at the start of the year when everybody's starting on 0, right? Because Sinner and Alcaraz had played an exhibition before the AO. Djokovic hadn't played. So everybody at the start of the year is starting fresh and starting from 0, right? No one's got form. Everybody's starting from scratch. Here, Sinner's coming into the French Open at this stage on a humongous win streak, and Djokovic is coming in having lost to Draper at Indian Wells, right? And then before that was the Australian Open final. So it's shit, how the hell is he going to beat Sinner again with that lack of tennis? It seems impossible. And if he can't do it, no one can, right? That's his biggest threat, right? Sinner's biggest threat is Djokovic at the moment. I'll tell you, this will all change if Zverev beats him in the final in Madrid here. We'll start be putting a lot more respect on Sasha's name, but at this stage, based on what we've seen, the only guy that can push Sinner that's not Alcaraz is Djokovic. And that's a big if. But hey, look, who thought Spaziri was going to come out of nowhere? Who thought Dimitrov was going to do 2 sets of love, right? I mean, who... Is there going to be a Spaziri-Dimitrov type of player at Roland Garros? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe somebody comes out and is up 2 sets to 1 against Sinner for no reason in the second round. On a hot day. That could happen. It could. That's unlikely, but you never know. Weird things can happen. Tennis is not that obvious. Not that simple. By the way, chat, we're almost at 1,000 likes. Come on. We're so close. We're so close to 1,000 likes. We can get there. We're so close. So Cam, Alcaraz lost 6,000 points now. Not yet. He will lose 2,000 from Roland Garros. He will lose 1,000 from Rome. He didn't play Madrid, so he loses 0. He has 3,000 to lose. And then if he doesn't play Wimbledon, that's another thing. See, so the word on the street about Alcaraz is that he might be out for 6 months. I haven't made any videos about it because I haven't got any confirmation from him, right? We haven't heard from him. So when I hear more about but this is like the guesstimate, experts, doctors, who, I don't know, someone's saying this. I heard this somewhere. So it's like, brace yourself. He wants to come back for Queen's Club. He wants to come back for grass. But potentially it could be a longer term, right? And if he is out for Wimbledon and Queen's Club, I don't think he needs he doesn't need a performance ranking, right? Protected ranking, because if he's out for 6 months, he'll still be number 2, probably anyway, right? Because he's got so many points. But there might be... He might not come back for Wimbledon. So that's definitely something to brace yourselves for if you're an Alcaraz fan. Chat, we're almost there. We're at 960. Come on. There must be a couple of people that haven't liked the video yet. But I haven't got any confirmation, so I haven't made a video about it. But the second I find out, I'll make a video. I haven't heard... I've only, seen, random words saying, Alcaraz may... This is all rumors, right? Speculation. So I'm not making a video on that until it happens. Alcaraz misses the next 3 slams. Sinner winning the next 3. Maybe Sinner 2, Djokovic 1. Yeah, I tell you what though. I mean, if Alcaraz is out of the picture, it would be really interesting to see how Sinner can... And I know we're so far away and we shouldn't even be talking about this, but there's only a couple of us here, so we'll just between you and me. How interesting would it be to see Sinner going into the US Open, going for the calendar slam, how he deals with the pressure? That would be really interesting. Be really fun. Because we saw Djokovic go for it. We're so lucky we've only ever seen Serena go for it, at least in my lifetime. Some of you might have seen Steffi. But on the men's side, we've only ever seen Djokovic attempt it, right? For most of us, unless you saw Laver do it back in the day. So yeah, and he got to the final hurdle, and even he was overwhelmed and pressured by the situation. It would be really interesting because Sinner, his personality as well is so cool, and the way that he just seems so unbothered. Imagine him going to try and achieve that ridiculous record. Again, we're so far away, we shouldn't be talking about it, but I would love to see how he deals with that. It'd be really fun. But we're so far away from that, and Alcaraz hasn't even put out of anything besides the French Open. So we shouldn't even be talking about it, chat. Shh. No. Don't even talk about it. And see Sinner winning all the 3 remaining slams and tying Alcaraz. Okay. Oh, my God. Chat, I'm officially an idiot. I'm thinking it's 2025. What year is it? What year is it? It's all right. We'll just delete all that. It's fine. We'll delete all that. We'll edit that out. It's fine. It's 2026. Yeah. I thought it was 2025, and we're going to Roland Garros last year. But so last year when he went to the French. Chad, can you just let me be delusional for a second? Just play into the delusion for a second. Just be like, yes. He did win the Australian Open this year, right? Remember? Carlos is getting blamed for playing too much golf. That's so funny. He got a freak wrist injury in a tennis match because he went and played golf the week before. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's got nothing to do with the golf. He didn't get injured playing golf, so how can you blame the golf? Do you think Alcaraz will be on a rampage when he gets back? I don't think being away makes him hungrier, to be honest. I think going away, I don't think he'll come back rampage. I think he'll come back probably a little bit cautious. Alcaraz. I think he might come back a little bit tentative. It's not like these other guys who have, Rune and FILS. Well, Rune's saying all the right things and FILS is doing all the right things, right? The way that he's come out and decided to, just make up for lost time. I don't know if Alcaraz is sitting around and he probably is sitting around and being like, oh man, I hope Sinner doesn't win the French. I hope he, hands off my trophy, right? But I don't know. I don't think he's going to be super. He might come back on it with a rampage, but I don't know if he's going to be sitting there like stewing in the dark watching Sinner take his trophies. Like, I don't think he's that bothered. Alcaraz doesn't seem the type to really be that bothered that Sinner wins something, right? Now, if he's out for an extended period, maybe like if he's out for like 6 months, hopefully not. But if he is, then maybe he comes back with a little bit more. But he's done so much already, so it's like, well, if he comes back on with a vengeance, right? I mean, he doesn't really need to because he's done so much already. So it's not like he needs to make up for lost time because he's already done so much. Whereas the guys like Rune and FILS who, are slam, hopefuls, right, in the future, especially Rune going away, having this kind of injury and then going away and being like, damn, I was supposed to win a slam with Sinner and Alcaraz and haven't won one yet, and him coming back with like the hunger, like that makes sense. But I don't know. Alcaraz is like, I don't think Alcaraz is he might come back and be like, yeah, I'm back, like, and be like, I can have fun again. But I don't know if he's going to be like, I don't know if he will rampage as much as some of these other guys that need to, maybe it's a wake up call, right? I don't think this injury is a wake up call for Alcaraz because he's achieved some. I mean, he could retire tomorrow, and he's already done Hall of Fame. Like he's one of the top 10 best players of all time already, and he's not even 23 yet. He's 23 in 4 days. Yep. Not even 23. He has 7 slams. Yep. Do you think Alcaraz will win more Grand Slams than Sinner eventually? This year will be crucial. This year will be very, very important for that question. Because if by the end of the year, Alcaraz has 7 and Sinner has 6, and we start next year both healthy, that's going to be interesting. But this is the time for Sinner to catch up. He let one slip in Australia, right? He gave one to Carlos there. Well, he didn't give one, but he faltered and Carlos was able to take it, right? So now that Alcaraz is out of the way, he's got to win the French, Sinner. This is his slam for the taking, right? In that conversation. Sinner could have 7 by the end of the year. Of course he could. Sinner could win the next 3 in the row, and then we're even going into next year. But you got to always remember that Alcaraz is younger. So he's always going to have those, it kind of feels like it could, look, hopefully this is the last injury that Alcaraz gets, right? We don't want to see him injured because when he's not around, it's not good for the game. But if we're going to compare to Rafa and Novak, even Roger and Rafa, right? Roger had a couple of early injuries, but nothing that really, until the end of his career, nothing that really was, put him out of the game for years, right? Or for months, right? He would be off and then and then Rafa would be he would be pulling out of slams once a year, right? He'd be not playing the Australian Open, or he couldn't play this, whatever. So hopefully Alcaraz is not like that, but if it is, he could still win, and he's just got to win when he plays, right? If he does have like reoccurring injuries throughout his career, hopefully he doesn't. But again, the thing is, Sinner also, he is not bulletproof either. He's had his fair share of issues as well, physically. So this year is crucial, and especially this Roland Garros is crucial, because if Sinner doesn't win this French Open, and then Alcaraz comes back for Wimbledon, it's going to be tough for him to close the gap. Because if Alcaraz is back in the draw, it's always going to be tough, right? So he's got to win this French Open to close that gap. And because he's 2 years younger, Alcaraz has that on his side, Oh, Fritz is playing Roland Garros. Nice. Knee surgery for Roger was a while off. Yeah, knee surgery for Roger was like at the end. Like 2020, by the time we got to 2020, yeah, Roger like gets the knee problem, but like I'm talking about like before that. Rafa missed 17 slams through his career, yeah. And a lot of them were in his prime, But he still got to 22 with missing 17. I remember there was a few Australian Opens there that he didn't play. Early days, which was sad. Anyways, like I said, this tournament's going to be huge for that conversation, and by the end of the year, that'll tell the picture. Because we expect Sinner to win at least one or two this year, right? Maybe Alcaraz wins the other one. So what are we, 6-8 by the time we get to the end of the year? Is that the math? Yeah. So, yeah, this year is going to be very important for that conversation. Carlos is young, but he doesn't see himself playing at 35. Well, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling that this younger generation are maybe going to come in here, win their trophies, make their careers, legacy, and then not play until 40, like retire at 32 and do something else. Like, I don't know if this generation of player are going to be grinding it out until 30, 40 years old, right? Especially Alcaraz, who we know has, he wants to do other things. He has other interests. He has family that he likes to be around, right? He doesn't want to be grinding it out until he's 40. So I reckon that we might actually end up seeing, it might be the generation that we see, not play until the end of their 30s. They might retire more in the middle, like everybody used to, But also, you don't get to choose when you retire. You're lucky if you do, but most players don't get to choose. Look at literally, Novak is the only one at this stage that is getting to choose when he wants to go. Everybody else in the recent times has, their bodies stopped them from continuing, right? Or they've just felt like, oh, well, I can't do it now because and I'm talking Rafa, Roger, Andy Murray, Sampras, right? Agassi. So it's very rare that you get to go out on your terms. Sinner seems like he will hold on longer like Novak. I mean, look, Sinner looks like for sure that he like at this stage, right? We're talking about like in 10 years we should be talking about this. But yeah, Sinner definitely seems like he is going to be like he would be playing until 35. But again, it's also not up to him. Like not everybody gets to choose. Del Potro, right? I mean, there's so many players that just don't. Dominic Thiem, right? I mean, it's not up to, it's luck as well. You gotta be lucky too. Anyways, I filled enough time. We've got a couple hours to the next one, and we're going to be back to watch the second semi now.
Just to help Cam, for the next semi-final, blocks is pronounced blocks, not with ASHH from a Belgian.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'll say blocks. Not sh. Not. I mean, it sounds like sh, but I'm not. It's just my accent. Is it blocks? Because I'm saying blocked. Like, okay. Anyways, it's just my. The way I say it is I blame my accent. But thank you for the €5. I'll make sure I say it right. Blocks. That's much easier to say than what I was saying anyway. It's very rare that I say it the easy way now, and then it's actually right. I thought it was blocks. I thought it was like blocks, like catch or like match, right? With a CH, like TCH kind of like. But Nels knows. Nels Belgium, so blocks it is. Holy spam! What the hell? Yeah, we're going with blocks. Nell has spoken. All right, I'm going to send you over the next one. And we'll be back in a couple of hours. So jump on over there to see who's going to play Sinner in the final. Because it's Jannik Sinner into the final again. His fourth straight final this year at ATP 1000 level. Fifth straight in a row from last year into this year. And he's also made the final of every single big tournament now. So all he's got to do is just win them all. And he'll start ticking off those side quests, Golden Masters, all these side quests. Because the main quest is winning the slams, having a career. That's the main thing. After that, they're all side quests, right? And they all fan service to be... am I having a nap? No. There's no nap here. 6-2-6-4. He takes out FILS and straights. He's into the final again. Again and again. And this time for the first time in Madrid. We'll see who's going to play in a couple hours. I'll see you guys in probably about an hour and a half.